carefully. He cast into his tongue. The tongue of who? The tongue of Muhammad. It was the tongue of your prophet. Read carefully with me. Satan casting them into his tongue without the prophet being aware. So the prophet is controlled by shaitan. His tongue is speaking satanic verses. So your prophet at that moment is a satanic prophet of Satan. Shaitan speaking through Muhammad, using the tongue of Muhammad. Muhammad is talking, but the fact it is shaitan telling him what to say. That is a satanic prophet.
Well, if this contradicts the Quran, which says that that Satan doesn't have like power,
authority over you. Thank you very much. You see, you are helping me. So look, guys, she just said it clearly that Muhammad is a fraud because.
That the story is a fraud.
No. The Quran mentioned the story that Shaitan he threw in his speech. What are you talking about? So the Quran says that Shaitan he have no authority over the good believers, except the criminals. Except the criminal. Inna ibadi laysa laka alayhim sultan illa man ittaba'aka min al-ghawin. Chapter 15, verse number 42. So this verse proving to us that Muhammad is a criminal. He is an evildoer, because the Quran confirm, and thank you very much for mentioning this verse. You are a very smart girl. That this verse confirming that Muhammad must be an evil satanic person, because the verse in chapter 15 verse 42, certainly you shall have no authority. Who is talking? Allah, supposedly to Shaitan, over my slaves, any slave, any Muslim, except those who follow you. Al-Ghawin. Who is the Ghawin? You know, criminals, mushrikeen, polytheists, the evildoers, etc. All kind of garbage. So Muhammad, in order for him to be controlled from Shaitan, he have to be of the Ghawin. And by your help, we prove it to be true.
Then that would be that the verse does not say that Satan talked. It does not say that Muhammad talked on behalf of Satan. It said that Satan put the verses in his mouth.
Okay, but Shaitan, in order for him to do that, he have to have authority. The verse here says you have no authority.
This is talking about Shaitan or
Shaitan.
Like
Shaitan. This is Shaitan. No, this is Shaitan. Read the conversation. If you go back a few verses, you will see that this is about Shaitan. Here we go. Allah, he said to Iblis. This is about Iblis specifically by name.
It's Iblis.
Iblis is the first Shaitan. You don't know who was Iblis? Iblis is the first Shaitan. According to your religion, Iblis is the first Satan. And when he came to the earth, Allah, he gave him a penis, and excuse my language, he gave him private part of a male in the right leg, and a private private part of a female in the left leg. So when he shake this with this, he entered this into that, and then he laid 10 eggs. And I can show you the interpretation. So first Shaitan is this Shaitan. This is the father of all Shaitan in the world. So according to Islam. So this is Shaitan. Allah saying to him, you have no authority. This is the highest authority of all. The rest are his babies, are like his soldiers. This is the king of all Satans. The rest are his babies. You have no authority. And if the king have no authority, that means the one who follow, they have no authority too. I mean, they are lower. So this is the king of all evil, Satan himself, Iblis. He have no authority over my slaves. How this has happened to Muhammad?
So this says Iblis, not Satan?
No, Iblis is the first Satan. Iblis is the father of all Satan.
So when this says that Iblis has no authority, does not say Shaitan has no authority.
Lady, Iblis is the highest authority of Satan because he is their father. He is the king, their king. So if the king cannot do it, the one who is lower than him, he can do it. Everyone is under the king. You know, if I am saying to a king, you have no authority to do that, you cannot do that. That's it. Which means you and your soldiers, you cannot do that. That's it. So Shaitan, he cannot do that.
Okay, then if Muhammad, as you say, was this, then why did he give to the poor, and why did he give?
Before we go there, lady, I like your response. Before we go there, I want to mention something. You see here, when we say that Muhammad, he made this verse, or the Quran saying this verse, any satanic verses he throw, I will take it off. How I know that this verse itself is not made by Satan? The Muslims, they start complaining. They said to him, you said to us, you worship Allah alone. Why you did say the three daughters of Allah? So Muhammad, in order to cover himself, he made this verse says, never we send all messengers before me heaven to them. But this is not true. Never happened to Moses, never happened to Isa, never happened to any prophet that Shaitan, he put satanic verses in their mouth. And this verse, there is no way it can be from God, because God here confirming, which is according to the Quran, his God, that satanic verses was given and he will take it off. But this is obviously Shaitan. Shaitan saying, don't worry, this verse we will take it off. Here we go, we will take it off. And any verse Shaitan he gave to Muhammad, we will take it off. But how you can trust Muhammad after now that this verse itself is not coming from Shaitan? If Muhammad he got Shaitan verses first time, he can get it second time. Where was Allah when Muhammad received satanic verses? He was asleep?
He allowed it to happen.
Thank you very much, guys. Did you hear it? He allowed it to happen. But isn't it the other verse in the Quran says you have no authority over my servants? So how he allowed it to happen?
Okay, so I don't know the answer to this, but okay. I'll ask someone. And,
all right. But before we go, you want to talk about the good deeds, I know. But let us, because we're going to connect the dots for you to make it more clear. Was Muhammad controlled ever by black magic?
It was a sickness.
Sickness or black magic?
Black magic is sickness.
Black magic is sickness. It's called bewitch. How that is sickness? Is that a sickness? You take drugs for it? You take aspirin or
sick for some time, and then after he was healed by Allah.
Okay, but is it really sickness or black magic, which is the Shaitan?
Black magic is from humans. They perform the black magic.
No, you see the black magic. The first one who taught black magic, Allah, he opened a Harry Potter school in the Babylon Tower. Is that correct?
It was with the two angels.
Yes, the two angels, and then the two angels they taught the shayateen too. Read the verse. Chapter 2, verse 102, Allah, he sent two angels, Harut and Marut, and they opened Harry Potter school in the Babylon Tower next to Saddam Hussein house. And then they teach magic. And then this is in the Babylon. And then Shaitan, he used those magic to harm people. You see? They followed that.
It did not say that the Shaitan.
Read it correctly. Okay, let's read.
Shaitan was teaching men.
No problem. It says they followed what the Shaitan, the devils, gave them falsely of the magic. Do you see that shit on the screen? This is your Quran. This is your Islamic translation.
The men did it, not Shaitan.
Listen. Does it say there? They followed what the Shaitan, the devil, gave out falsely of the magic. Does it say that?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
thank
you. The men did it, not the Shaitan.
Okay. The man did it. The man did it. The man did it. Okay. But the man did it. Did what?
Do black magic.
Okay. What is a black magic?
It's like evil power.
Evil power. We go back to zero. You are the one who mentioned to me that Allah, he said to his servant that you have...
It's the same black magic in the Bible where the Pharaoh turned the stick into snake.
No, you see, this is not a black magic. We don't believe in black magic. In the Bible is speaking about that the magic of Moshe, overcome the magic of the Pharaoh, which mean for them they thought that this is a magic. For us, this is a miracle of God. This is not a magic. We don't believe magic is a lie. So here, you Muslims believe in a magic. And the one who taught the first school is Allah. Why Allah is teaching magic? Do you know?
It's to test mankind.
Thank you very much. Allah is testing Muhammad?
Why not?
Okay. By doing what exactly? How he tested him? What the black magic did to Muhammad? Let us see how this test work.
It shows if he still stays with the faith.
Okay, but look what the magic did to him. Did not affect his faith, affect his private part. Read carefully with me. The prophet continued for such and such period of time, imagining that he had sexual intercourse with his wife, but in fact he did not. Is that the faith in Islam? Is the private part of a man? Is Muhammad religion in his private part?
Where does it say that?
This is Sahih al-Bukhari, and this is the hadith number I'm showing you on the screen. The prophet continued for such and such a period of time, imagining that he had slept between two brackets, has sexual relation with his wives, and in fact he did not. Why Allah doing that to the Muhammad private part? What does this have to do with the trial of a religion? The guy still he is a prophet, and now he imagined himself doing things, so he lost his mind. And this is Sahih al-Bukhari, hadith number 6063. And this is not only for sex, for everything. So look what you are saying to me. Allah he allowed this to happen. Allah he sent two angels to open a school to teach black magic, and black magic will be affected the prophet, and the prophet will start imagining that he had done a thing, but in fact he did not, which means the prophet he lost his mind. And now we need to ask ourselves, if the prophet he imagined things, how we can trust that he saw angel, he heard the angel talked to him? The guy he lost his mind. He's crazy.
So the reason why we can trust is that the Quran gives an evidence that no mankind can produce something like it.
We just showed you that Umar and Shaitan they produce. What do you want more? We just showed you that. How you repeat the same thing? I just showed you that Muhammad copied from Umar many verses in the Quran, and here we go. Shaitan he is making Quran, and Muhammad the last one to notice. And the verse about Allah will delete the satanic verses, maybe this one too is from Shaitan to make us relax and will not go over it. And here now we find that Muhammad is a crazy man. He lost his mind. Listen, if I say to you, lady, I do not know your name. I want to speak to you really with respect, but I want you to listen to me carefully. If I say to you, let's say you are a doctor, and I am a person coming to you. I say, okay, my name is a Christian. I imagine myself seeing somebody talking to me. What you will say to me? Be honest. I imagine, and it's true. I imagine. It's not true, which means it's not. I don't see anyone really. I'm imagining. What do you think? What do you say to me? What is your opinion as a doctor, as somebody educated, smart, and I need your help? I imagine myself speaking to people, or even making a relationship with my wife, but in fact it did not happen. What you will say to me? What happened to me?
So it depends. So if it could either be like a natural explanation, like schizophrenia,
okay,
or things like that, or it could be supernatural, like a divine test, or from Allah or jinn or something like that.
Okay, hold on, guys. It can be that Muhammad he have two different personality and he is mentally ill, or it can be that it is a trial from Allah. Okay, hold on.
Hold on. But if you go to the Quran in Surah An-Nasr, it says, when there comes Allah's victory and conquest, and you see the people entering Allah's religion in multitudes, and we see that today, people entering Islam, the Deen al-Haq, and that's actually a prophecy that came true. So this is how we know.
First of all, this is not a prophecy. This is about the time of Muhammad. They enter into Islam when he became victorious, and he want to kill anyone who will not convert. So you just get your prophet busted. This is not a prophecy. This is in his time. You can open the interpretation, and you see the people enter Allah religion in crowd when victory came. This is in the time of Muhammad. He attacked them. He killed the Musaylama, and now he became victorious, and nobody enemy against him. And now everybody is coming to Islam by tens of thousands. Before they were rejecting, they don't want to believe. And then when Muhammad died, everybody left almost. And then they start the war of apostate to force them to go back to Islam. And you know the story, I'm sure. Now, so this is not a prophecy. This is a stupid prophecy, because this has happened in his time. How this can be a prophecy? But let me show you a prophecy, as long as you are mentioning a prophecy. Do you know where hail is coming from?
Hail?
Yeah.
From the sky.
From where?
From the sky.
Yeah, but where exactly?
it says hail is generated in a thunderstorm.
Thank
and
you.
is really just
So
frozen.
So if I say to you that my dad, he taught me, or my teacher taught me, that there is mountains and God, he break hail from it and he throw it at us, what you will say?
If it's literal, then it would be false.
Okay, well, this is literal. Here we go. This is your prophet. He's talking about how the rain come and how the hail come. And he is saying that, and look, the Muslim, they try to cover the shame. They say, sky, hail, like mountains. There's no like. There's no similar to mountains. It is from mountains. Let us open the interpretation just to show you how Muslims, they try to translate, specific translator, how to try to fool poor people who don't understand Arabic. This is the tafsir. You see, I'm reading your Islamic website just to show you how the shame work. I feel really sorry for those Muslims. Like this lady, I can tell she is a good lady, you know. She is a victim of the lies. Chapter 24, verse number 43. In front of your eyes, I will do the read interpretation. 24:43. Remember, here we go. This is the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan, and the reason I'm using it because it's in English. They have English translation. That's all. Otherwise, all websites are the same for me. Let us hope it's going to open, because this website sometimes it takes time to open. We can open Ibn Kathir if this one doesn't work. Let me go to Ibn Kathir, hold on, because this one taking forever. And again, I respect that this lady, she said, if this is true, this is literal, this is false. This cannot be from God. I respect that on you. And I hope that you will stand with your words, and I believe you will do. Because there is no way God will say such a silly thing. I agree with you. All right. Let us go and see. All right. Look like this website start working again, so we will use it. Thank God. All right. I want you to read with me, please. Here we go. This is Tafsir al-Jalalain in front of your eyes. Haven't you seen God, blah, blah, blah. And then he says, and he sent down from heaven out of the mountains min jibalin, min is extra, that is therein, in heaven, fiha, substitute for min, etc. I know, try to explain Arabic. From the heaven, with repetition of genitive preparation, hail, and he sent down, and he submit to those who he don't like. Okay, so Allah, he sent hail from mountains in heaven. Let us see different interpretation. Maybe this one is not clear for you. Let us see Ibn Abbas, the cousin of the Prophet, the highest of the scholars of Islam, the one who Muhammad, he prayed for him to be the ink of scholars, Hibrul Ummah. Allah, he sent hail from mountains in heaven. He break hail and he sent it on us. This website is taking forever to open, as usual. I should make a donation to the King of Jordan so he can get a better hosting website. You know? Like, come on.
This is Tafsir al-Jalalain.
Yes, this is a Jalalain. And remember, any tafsir you see in English is far away from the tafsir in Arabic. In Arabic, it's totally different, because in English they try to make it nicer. Huh?
Are you going to put up a tafsir Ibn Abbas?
Yeah, I'm trying to open it, Ibn Abbas, but it's
Ibn Abbas. Scholars have debated whether it's reliable or not.
Okay, what scholar is your choice?
You can do Ibn Kathir.
Okay. Here we go. This page here have all the interpretation. Let us see. This is Ibn Kathir. So do you agree with Ibn Kathir? Is Ibn Kathir your best scholar?
He's one of the top scholars.
But what make him the top?
His level of study and the amount of work he put into his tafsir. And,
so if Ibn Kathir says something stupid, you will reject him or you will accept him?
He's still a man. We don't accept everything he says.
Okay,
but
so who is the one who is qualified to explain the Quran for you? Because I'm trying to be fair with you. Can we accept Ibn Kathir for anything, or only it's a mood stuff? Like it's depend what you like.
If it matches with what the Quran says, and
well, the Quran says the Quran says in Arabic clearly, "Min jibalin fiha min baradin fayusib." There's no like mountains. There's nowhere it says the similar of mountain. So
go to chapter 3, verse 3. It says, chapter 3, verse 7. It says, "It is He who revealed to you the book." Some of verses, it is some of its verses are definitive. They are the foundation of the book, and others are unspecific. As for those in whose hearts is deviation, they follow the unspecific part, seeking dissent and seeking to derive an interpretation. But none knows its interpretation except Allah.
Okay, so look what you just said. You just got your prophet busted, because this is mean. Muhammad saying that I say things nobody can explain save Allah. So why he say it to us? If this is a message to be given to us so we can understand about God, and then there's nobody will understand the message of God, so what the point of this message of God? Yet you are saying that this Quran have a lot of verses with its mutashabihat, and the purpose of them to make us sick. I thought the Quran is a healing book for the believers and for people to believe. So how this book is going to heal me, but it's full of things which can be making me sick. So this cannot be from God. This is obviously from Shaitan again, because God will not send me a book to fool me and to make me sick. Read carefully what you just said. Some of the verses, nobody knows their meaning save Allah. What the purpose of them? What the purpose? That it's to seek fitna. Seek fitna. But look here in the between translation, this says the polytheism. That's false, because the one who believe in the Quran is the one who will have the fitna, not those who don't believe in the Quran. The one who don't believe in the Quran, he will laugh at it. Those who believe in the Quran, they will not understand the meaning of the verses, so that will make them having sickness. What kind of God he says such a thing? Same time.
So would you say that you understand every verse from the Bible?
My friend, I understand God, he speaks to us. The Bible is a private message, which means every word Jesus he speak to you as a person, which means you have your own life, you have your own experience, you have your own ability, and God he speak to you, he go down to your level. The Bible is not a book you're saying jingle bells all the way, and then nobody understand what he's saying. The Bible is a message to you, private message, so you can go and read any verse Jesus said, you will see how amazing it is.
So then why are there like Catholics, Protestants, and Orthodox?
Well,
if God speaks to them the same way.
Well, that's a wonderful question. Still, that will not change anything, because being different will not make us not the Christians, because being different will make us, Jesus said, whoever believe in me will go to heaven. But the Quran, your prophet said that my nation will be 73 sect and only one of them will go to heaven, which means 71 sect is the Jews, 72 sect is the Christians, 73 sect is the Muslims, and only one will go to heaven, and this is Sahih Hadith as you see in the screen. So the most divided belief, according to your prophet, not to me, is Islam. So if your argument why there's a Catholic and Protestant, still Christianity doesn't make any difference. Whoever believe in me and I will live. In Islam, no. There's 73 sects. Only one will go to heaven. Which one? Is the minority. Because Muhammad, he says, بدأ الإسلام غريبا وسوف يعود غريبا. Islam starts as a small, strange religion and it will end as a small, strange religion. Few only will believe. And as you see, only one small, tiny sect will go in heaven. The rest will go to hell. Now, which one? Each one of them says, I am the one who will go to heaven. And the funny, you just quote for me a verse from the Quran saying that Allah, he puts sickness in the heart of the Muslims, so he will divide them and make them sect, and then only one will go to heaven. What kind of God?
That's the Quran says that happens to the Christians.
What is that? What is that? Say again.
The Quran says the Christians will be divided.
The Quran? Okay, hold on. Let me show you what the Quran is saying. The Quran is saying that Allah will spread hatred and enmity between the Christians so he can divide them, correct? Is that true?
Between them.
Yes. Who is the one who will spread hatred between them?
Allah.
Thank you. So what shaitan do for living? If Allah spread hatred between us, what shaitan is doing for living? What is the job? What is the job?
Allah does it. Allah does it by sending Satan as a trial.
Okay, so shaitan, he worked for Allah and Allah is the boss. Thank you very much, guys. We have the big boss.
Even the Bible says that.
Hold on, no. You see, first of all, you are making things up. It says the verse. I can show you. Hold on, the verse saying, and from those who call themselves Christians, we took their covenant, but they have abundant good part of it, a message, etc. So we planted among them enmity and hatred. Where it says that Allah, he sends shaitan. It says we.
Yeah, how he does it is by sending shaitan.
Okay, do Allah want us to convert to Islam, or he want us to stay Christians and be wrong?
He wants everyone to convert to Islam.
Okay, so how this will work if you are spreading hatred between us and enmity until Judgment Day? How that will help me to become a Muslim?
It's because the Christians, their hearts are stone.
Okay, but this is not the Quran saying. The Quran saying the most close to the Muslims is those who they are the Christians. This is contradiction.
But the Quran says you can't take them as people who protect you from war.
Exactly, you cannot take them a friend because Allah is shaitan. He don't want you to be a friend to me. So Christ, he said to me, pray for the Muslims, love the Muslims, be good to the Muslims. Allah says, don't be friend to the Christians, don't be nice to them, kill them wherever you find them. Even your prophet, he said, well, let me ask you, if you see a Christian in the street, are you going to push him in the mud?
No.
Why not?
That's that's not what Islam teaches.
But is that like because you are a good person, or because it's not Islam teaching? What Islam teach you?
It's to respect all religions and beliefs.
Okay, I'm going to commit suicide if you can show me where it says that. Here we go. This is your prophet saying, if you see a Christian or a Jew in the street, you have to force him to walk in the sewage. You have to harass him and you have to force him to walk in the sewage. Don't greet the Jews and the Christians. Don't.
Maybe during war.
No, this is in the street. People walk in the street. This is what war? People walking in the street. This is war. People walking.
Where is the background of this hadith?
It doesn't matter. People walking in the street. I am walking in the street and I am a Christian. Why you want to force? He's not saying force the soldiers. He is not saying force the bad person. No, he's saying don't greet the Jews and anyone is a Jew, anyone is a Christian. Don't greet them, and then if you when you see them, force them to walk in the sewage. What kind of a prophet this prophet is? And you are the one who said this is against Islam.
That's during war.
My friend, you are always in war with the Christians. You just read for me the Quran saying Allah will spread hatred and enmity until Judgment Day. So you are
That's
saying to me,
Christian.
no, you see, you are now trying to cover up for your prophet. In the beginning you said this is disgusting and now it's okay. So you are saying during war, if I go right now to Indonesia and I'm an American citizen, we can force the Muslims to walk in the sewage. This is what you are saying.
Allah won't give you that power.
So it's okay for you now to force a Christian to walk in the sewage. Allah gave you the power. Suddenly it became an okay. When I asked you, you said this is not good. Not good.
If it's during war, then
Where it says during war, where it says during war, it says if you see them in the street, what war?
yeah, so they're your enemies, right?
They are walking in the street. What enemy? Living with you in the town.
Where does it say that?
Well, they are walking in the street. They are greeting you actually. He's saying don't greet them. Don't greet them. Somebody in war, he will greet you, say to you, shalom. Don't you see? Don't you read? Do you know how to read? Don't greet them. Don't say peace to them. What is war?
Okay, I'll ask someone about this hadith.
What he will say to you? He will say to you, yeah, sister, you know, those Christians, we should humiliate them. Isn't it the Quran in chapter 9, verse 29, says that you have a duty to humiliate the Christians?
During war.
Okay, after you enter my city, let us say the Muslim came to my city, they surrounded the city, they said surrender to our army. After you enter the city, still you are going to force me to walk in the sewage or no?
If we're still in war, then maybe.
You just took my city, still in war. There's civilian inside. There's no soldiers.
If you're trying to attack me or
lady, no Christian attack your prophet. He is the one who came to their cities, occupied them. Look how false you Muslims are. So you are saying to me, you come to my town, you attack my town, you take my town, and then you force me in the sewage, and you say this is okay.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay, let me. You know what? I will give you a good chance to defend your cult. You said to me the Quran proof. Until now, you gave me nothing proving the Quran to be from God. We showed you that Umar making Quran, Shaitan making Quran, and Muhammad, he have no idea what they are saying. And even you gave me a clear proof that the Quran full of verses, nobody knows what they mean because Muhammad obviously is a thief. And why Muhammad you do not know? Even Muhammad do not know what the meaning of the Quran. Have you ever heard of a prophet you do not know? As an example, the Muslim, they claim that the Quran full of scientific verses. Is that true?
The Quran talks about the Big Bang.
Okay, the Big Bang. Guys, the Quran speak about the Big Bang. Okay, guys, the Quran speak about the Big Bang. So Muhammad must be a liar because Muhammad, he said the following. You see how many Muslims you helped me to expose your prophet? How many Muslims will leave Islam today? Let's see how many.